I can just say that, I had been doing some of these nights with my songs for a number of years, and then I began hearing some of Jon's tunes and heard that Jon had written about 300 songs in 6 years, where it took me 30 years. I said, I think Jon deserves a night. He's never going to get a chance to play all these songs. I think anybody with over 300 songs automatically gets a night at the Bookmaker Barrington. And anyhow, you've heard his songs by others, and now you're going to get to hear from his impromptu band, the two Steves, Steve Goldstein and Steve Lessick, and the one and only Jon Sherling.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, everybody. And thank you also to the 10 of you who came up here and braved trying out some of my songs. I really appreciate the effort that you put into it, and there were some very interesting interpretations tonight, which I will never be able to reproduce. Okay, so in figuring out my set list, I gave like 4 or 5 songs to each person that was going to play, and so I'm like, well, I can't play any of those, and those are kind of some of my favorites, so I got to figure out what to play. And one of the things that I was really intending to do is use one from every year that I've been writing, and you can be thankful that I haven't been writing as long as everybody else in the room. So you do get to go home at the end of the night. Pat Miraflor, hey? And this song is the oldest one I'm going to do. It's representing 2008. It's called All I Need. Help me to see through the evil one's lies. You give new mercies each morning, new hope with every day's dawning. Help me to trust in your goodness. Remember your promises, Lord. Oh, guide me today, hour by hour. God of creation, my only hope of salvation. You won't go with me, I'll stumble. If you won't go with me, I'll fall. Let me not turn from your wisdom. Incline my ear to your call. Soldier, pray as I do that for you I will yearn. You are the one who sustains me, and all else that's worldly drains me. I know on my own there's no power, and I know all good things come from you. Oh, I know that you're always providing. Pillow. Think of your plan that began long ago. Take love and and maybe a little more vocal over that. All right, let's hear it first. Steve Goldstein, my lead guitarist. Lessick on drums and other percussion. I'm assuming you know me. My name is Jon Sherling. Welcome to the Barrington Coffee House. So, I don't know if you spend a lot of time on social media. I spend too much time there. And I see a lot of these, beautiful pictures of the mountains and the flowers and blue skies and the text printed over them with all these positive affirmations. Things will always get better. And whenever I see that, I'm like, well, how do you know things are always going to get better? You don't know that. So as I was picking out songs for tonight, I had two songs that I wrote a week apart that expressed the exact opposite opinion. One of them, which you're not going to hear tonight, is called Blue Skies. You know where that one goes. Everything is wonderful. It'll always get better. But if you've been listening to my songs for a while, you know that that's not in my wheelhouse. I don't know if Benita's still around here. I don't do happy, right, Benita? So you get the song on the opposite end of the spectrum, which is called Lowest Low of All. Like a desert, start for rain, so my heart hurts, pumping empty through my veins. Like a forest, stripped of trees, got no strength left, and I'm falling to my knees. It seems the farther down I find myself, there's always room to fall. Yeah, the place where I am going is the lowest low of all. Wall stands outside my window. What a cold, sadistic twist. Like a blind man with a rainbow. Oh, the untold things I've missed. Seems the farther down I find myself, there's always room to fall. Yeah, the place where I am going is the lowest low. The place where I am going is the lowest low of all. They say the one goes up must come down. Well, maybe I know, but if I started 6 feet underground, which way would I go? I'd go tumbling, 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 tumbling down. Like an owl on a rooftop. Many days since my last meal. Maybe now become the last. Down, I find myself, there's always room to fall. Yeah, the place where I am going is the lowest low. Yeah, the place where I am going is the lowest low of all. Yeah, the place where I am going is the lowest low. Thank you. So, for those of you who haven't known me a long time, which is pretty much everybody in the room except for a couple, I got my start in public performance about 8 years ago. And I'd never had really any musical background before that. I had piano lessons and violin lessons as a kid, but couldn't read music and never really cared enough to try. And so I couldn't play either. But I could sing okay, and they invited me up to join them on the church worship team 8 years ago, and I started to sing there. And we did a combination at our church. There was the traditional hymns with piano and organ, and there was the more modern praise and worship stuff with guitar and bass and keyboard. And I really didn't like singing traditional hymns. And whenever our guitarist wasn't there, that's what we had to do for the whole service. So I was determined that I was going to learn to play just a little bit of guitar. And so I started to do that, and by September or so of that year, I was playing every week along with them and transcribing hymn songs into guitar so we could play along with those. And everything was going really well until I got booted off the church worship team. Which I won't go into the reasons for that. It had a matter of beliefs behind it. But so I decided to go in a different direction, and I started playing at Christian Open Mic Sunday at the Treehouse in Audubon, a couple miles down the road. I was also doing something at work called Worship at Lunch, and I would play my own songs and some traditional songs and describe the scripture around those. And I was working with Blair in something called Jesus Java Jam, which we did once a month. Started out really great, hosted at some friend's house, and by the fourth or fifth time, nobody was there. 0 people showed up for our last 2 shows with 4 of us playing.
We had a good time.
And my Worship at Lunch thing kind of went down the tubes also. In the Treehouse in Audubon, they stopped doing their open mic, and I felt like I had to reevaluate what was going on, because I really felt called to do that. I was writing all Christian music at the time. I had wanted to write it for the church. I was doing simple verse chorus arrangements, hoping they'd be able to sing along. And so I wrote this song trying to ponder what had gone wrong. It's called Playing for an Audience of One. Never thought I would desire to praise you out loud. Now that you got me right where you want me on the stage, I wish you would tell me just what you want me to say. Seems like it's always the last about worship. God, you know all of the thoughts and the feelings I'm holding inside. I can't hide my disappointment each time I see nobody's call. I need you to make me content, just playing for an audience of one. Thank you. Thank you so much. So over time, what happened there is I started to play or write less and less scripture-based music and more stuff that was accessible. Because I frankly got tired of going to open mics, and as soon as the word God came up out of my mouth, the entire side of the place would leave. I was doing okay without that word. It's a buzzy guitar.
Yo!
It's too loud.
I think it's fine.
I like it.
You can't
Too
hear
loud?
me?
The guitar's too loud?
Can you hear me, Claire?
I think it's nice. It's nice.
Drums?
Okay, and so anyway, one day I was hanging out with Blair and he said, Jon, you haven't been writing a lot of Christian music lately, what's up with that?
Just
And I
curious.
said, well, Blair, I don't know what to write anymore. So I went home and I took the guitar and I set out to pray and I said, God, if you want me to write about you, you got to tell me what you want me to say. And I've seen all the performers, not performers, but the preachers on TV. God told me. God said to me. And everybody that I've approached, with one exception, when they've said something like, they're like, well, God didn't actually speak to me. He didn't say something. I just felt kind of moved to do something, or I got these urges or conditions set themselves up in such a way. And I'm like, well, I get lots of moves and urges and stuff, and they're not all good. So I did ask him to tell me what to say, and then I took the guitar. And I said, I think I know what you want me to say. You made the mountain, you made the sea, a living fountain of life you placed in me. You made the valleys, rocks, hills, and plains. Through darkest alleys, you shone the light again. Mountains were brought forth for you there, form the earth, everlasting you are God. You made the skies above, the depths below. You have shown us love, helped us grow. All creatures great and small come from your hand. Yeah, you have made them all part of your plan. For the mountains were brought forth for you to form the earth, everlasting you are God. Stand up, bless the living God, who is from everlasting. May his name be blessed forever. Before the world on its foundations came, was the eye who chose my God. He chose me before mountains were brought forth for you to form the earth. Everlasting you are God. Stand up, bless the living God, who is from everlasting. May his name be blessed forever. You are everlasting. You are everlasting. songs took a different direction after that. But one of the things I continued to do is to take a scripture verse and stick it in there somewhere, even if the song had nothing to do with it. I don't always do that, but I do it quite frequently. And the next two songs actually are an example. This next one's called Dust and Ashes, which is used in several places in Scripture, meaning back to where you came. And this song is about having somebody you care about blink you out of existence.
It passes, memories say goodbye in flashes, bird leaves, short trees, dust and ashes. It's funny how life rearranges, and all that remains the same with the changes. Grass bleeds, my heart bleeds, dust and ashes. Discovering the world through the eyes of someone who cared, and then you blink. Now I'm gone. Everything happens for reasons, and troubles in life are just seasons. I wonder why. Here am I, to this passes. I'm bruised and bashed in my lament. You confuse my passion with my intent. A wrong turn still burns, leaving dust and ashes. Discovering the world through the eyes of someone who cared, and then you blink. And now I'm gone. Much beauty there. Do you even care? It all went to waste, and we've nothing to show for it. What was that we shared? Did you even care for me? Discovering the world through the eyes of someone who cared, and then you blink. Now I'm gone, it's all gone away. Yeah, I'm gone, it's all gone away.
Thank you. I mentioned I use scripture verses in songs, so I have to explain the scripture behind this next one. You're not required to believe it, but it does help to know where it's coming from. We'll go all the way to the beginning. In the book of Genesis, God creates man, names him Adam, which actually the Hebrew word for man is Adam. It's not pronounced exactly that way, but so when you're reading it, you don't know whether they're saying man or Adam. And Adam is there walking with God, and he's getting to name all the animals. But he can see obviously that there's not a perfect companion there for him. And he says, it's not good that man or Adam be alone.
So he takes Adam and he puts him into a deep, deep sleep. He takes the rib out of Adam, and that forms Eve. And then when they wake up, Adam looks, he's like, yeah, this is flesh of my flesh and bone of my bones. She was like the perfect one for him. This song isn't about that, but it is about something that happened a long time ago. It was called Bone of My Bones. So we can't always be with the one that we want to be with. And I had a friend that I was talking to regularly online because she lived far away. And you couldn't always talk. I mean, you have other things to do in life. And one time she had to go out and take a walk with her dog. And I figured, well, I'll go outside too. So I went out for a run, and I look up in the sky, and there's the moon. Big full moon. And I said, you know, if she's out there and she looks up right now, she's going to see the exact same moon. It looks exactly the same. And maybe in the grand scheme of things, we're not as far apart as we seem. And it isn't as hopeless as it seems. Beneath the darkness of the midnight sky, when you feel the world's away, remember the same bright stars shine down. And when you're wrestling with a wondering why, while you're lying there awake, remember I'll always be around. And when your tears fall down in streams, remember how I love you. It's not as hopeless as it seems. When you are out there on your daily walk, should the rains begin to fall, remember I'm under those same clouds. Though I'm not by your side, you still can't talk. Gonna hear you through it all. No, it doesn't have to be out loud. And when your tears fall down in streams, remember how I love you. It's not as hopeless as it seems. So when you're searching for a perfect rhyme and you don't know where to start, just look within your heart, and you'll find me there. And when your tears fall down the streams, remember how I love you. You're in my heart, I share your dreams. Forever I will love you. It's not as hopeless as it seems. Thank you. These guys need a chance to rock out, so we gotta pick up the pace here.
Yeah, dude. What do we got? Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Spider capos are wonderful things. If you're a guitar player and you haven't got one, you should get one. Stick it on a fret, flip a few pins and see what happens. Your whole world might change. So somebody wrote a song about me once, and in that song they compared me to a book. What kind of book, you may ask? Well, I mean, it could have been anything. It could have been like John for Dummies, self-help book, science fiction, autobiography,
National Geographic.
National Geographic, comic book, romance novel. Whatever it is, if I'm going to be a book, I want to be a bestseller. I'm not blinking. You need to take a closer look. We haven't practiced together.
We got practice in there.
We practice in there. Amen.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, let's see what's up next here. You're such a fun crowd. I'm not used to having a fun crowd. If I invited you all over to my house, would you come over? I mean, actually, you are all invited to my house every Wednesday night. I have something there going on called Music at Jon's. We have an open mic. It starts at 8, goes to about 10:30. We got good quality pictures. We got videos streaming to YouTube. I remix all the recordings and give them to everybody. Wednesdays, 8 o'clock, Music at Jon's. But if I did invite you over for something like that and you didn't really want to go, what would you say?
What's for dinner?
We have cookies. We have tea. No dinner. What would you say, though? I mean, maybe you'd say something honest like, you know, I really just don't feel comfortable going over to a private home for an open mic. I don't know you that well. Or maybe you'd say, well, I don't play out that much, so I like to go places where I can get seen by people I don't know instead of hanging around with the same cast of characters. Those are legitimate things. Or would you just say, I can't really do that, I'm busy. Because I've said that. You know, I've said I'm busy. And it doesn't always mean you're busy. It means given the time and energy and the things that I could possibly do, I just really don't want to go. And that's the honest answer. But if you choose to say you're busy, you've got to remember which lies you told, right? Because now they'll see on Facebook somebody's tagged with, you know, somebody else. They're at this other event. And you're like, you told me you were busy. So anyway, I used to talk to a couple people a couple years back. And I talked to them pretty regularly online. And then one of them became busy. And I didn't really catch on really quickly. It took me a while to realize that busy was a permanent condition. And
Yeah.
it was very sad. It sounds funny after the fact, but she wasn't busy. She was, you know, wink busy. And then it happened again, and I got this horrible feeling of deja vu. I'm like, this can't be happening again. Why are people always becoming busy. So I wrote this song called Deja Vu, and I recorded it, and I put it up online, and the second person listened to it, because she often listened to my songs. And she sent me an email and said, "We need to talk." And I guess if I had had my wits about me, I would have said, "I would love to talk, but you're busy."
No, you were busy.
I didn't want to be busy. So this is Deja Vu, my angry song, since Jess did such a wonderful job on the other angry song.
You're done, girl.
Been in this road before. You don't need me anymore. You make excuses, but still I'm sure. Been in this road before. I got a bad case of the blues. Treat me like yesterday's news. Say you're just busy, but I know the score. Been on this road before. Lost my marble, yeah, I've lost my shine. Lost my place in your world, I'm past my prime. I'm a one-hit wonder, and you let me out of my days. Like I passed the grand finale, and my fireworks flare too brightly. Woo! Ooh, now I fade. No longer the flavor of the week. A gun and a favor no longer chic. Unusual silence can be ignored. Been on this road before. Lost the sparkle, yeah. I've lost my shine. I've lost my place in your world. I'm past my prime. I'm a one-hit wonder, and you let me out of my days. Like I passed the grand finale, and my fireworks flame burn too brightly. Woo, woo, now I fade. Deja vu over again. Feel like I'm losing another threat. Every new beginning leads to a painful end. I know 'cause I've been down this road before. I wonder if fashion gone out of style. And we haven't really talked for quite a while. Well, I've been trying, but I don't know what for. I've been on this road before. Lost the sparkle, yeah. I've lost my shine. Lost the place in your world. I'm a one-hit wonder, and you let me out of my days. Like I passed the grand finale, and my fireworks flame too brightly. Woo! Now I fade. Now I fade. Now I fade. Thank you. Life isn't always like the Disney movies, right? You have the beautiful maiden / princess confronted with evil, magic spell, wicked witch, what have you. And she can't get herself out of it. She needs the help of the manly man, the handsome prince. And one way or another, they fight their way out, and in the end, the two of them, plus the comic sidekick, wind up living happily ever after. But life isn't like a Disney movie. So this song is called Sleeping Beauty. Just have to get all my equipment ready. Something's rattling. I'm going to try that again.
See, this will have no storybook ending, no Hollywood sunset, hand in hand. The dreamer in me spent far too long pretending happily ever after was never any part of the plan. I guess I wasn't Prince Charming, and you were my sleeping beauty. There would be no true love's kiss, no spell to be broken, no fairy tale waiting there in the sweet by and by. And it comes down to this, in spite of all the times it's spoken, it just wasn't any way we were gonna see this eye to eye. I was no knight in shining armor, you were no damsel high in the tower. Sir Lancelot had Guinevere, beauty had her beast, Maid Marian for Robin Hood, the love always increased. And Eve was made for Adam, but you were never meant to be for me. I guess I wasn't Prince Charming, and you were my sleeping beauty.
Here once again for Steve Goldstein and Steve Lessick. I'm enjoying hearing these songs in ways I've never heard them before. It's really a cool experience. From the 10 beforehand that I heard in ways I've never heard them before. Even me.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It goes both ways.
So, I mentioned I've been writing songs for 6 years, or maybe Rob mentioned that. 310 songs in 6 years. You have to keep up a pretty aggressive pace to do that. It's like one a week for 6 years. And I actually started off slower, and then 2 years ago I wrote 80 songs. And last year I was on a pace to do that again, and there was a little bit of stuff going on, and it took some inertia between February and June 1st, and then I said, I'm done writing, I'm not writing anymore. And there were a number of reasons for that. But one of them was that there was something that I kept writing about that I didn't want to write about anymore, and I didn't want to think about anymore. So I just said, I'm done. And I stopped. In the summer months, I did what normal people do in the summer months. I went out and I mowed the lawn, I swam in the pool, and occasionally picked up my guitar for my Wednesday music at John's Open Mic. But I didn't write anything and I didn't miss it. June, July, August, September, October. And I picked up my guitar in October, and my guitar said, "Jon, we're going to write a song." And I said, "Really? I didn't know that." I said, "What's this song going to be about?" And he said, "You know what it's going to be about. It's going to be about love and anger."
You wouldn't find me here again, but here's where I am. But you weren't there when the lights went out, so I don't give a damn what you think. You can't begin to know the depths of how I know. Like a king without a kingdom, let your solitude upon the throne. You put me high upon a pedestal, so you became afraid. I was really nothing special, just a man, there was no way I could fly. From the heights of stars and clouds I fell alone, and as I tumbled down I wished I could have seen, I wished I could have known. Voice within and locked my muse away to hide. Now there's nothing left but love and anger, all confused inside. Where you are now, it feels like love and anger's all I've known. But I hope someday the anger leaves and love will be here all alone. Triple you remember the movie City Slickers?
A little.
With the cow.
Mitch, Ed, and Phil out in the wilderness, passing the time talking about their best days and their worst days. And Mitch says to Phil, "So, Phil, what was your best day?" He's like, "Believe it or not, it was my wedding day." And Ed's like, "Get out." Because it was common knowledge that they weren't really getting along, him and his wife. But they were openly hostile towards each other. So for him to say that is like really strange. He's like, no, it was really a good day. Arlene looked great. My dad was there. He winked at me.
It was like I had finally made it. I was no longer a goofball. And you can see what that's like, right? You know, the wedding day, everybody's having fun. Even the grumpy uncle and aunt, they're all having fun. They're out on a dance floor. Everybody's smiling. It's the best of all worlds. And so Mitch says to Phil, okay, so what was your worst day? Every day since then's been a tie. This is a song about one of my best days. The trains move swiftly to the station, like the cool on my cheek of the evening breeze. Tonight I found my destination, and I can set my restless heart at ease. Music's playing loud, you and I alone in a crowd, in a world of our own. Sorry I made you feel nervous, I'm so glad it brightened your day. I know you didn't expect to find me such a long, long distance away. I know I caught you unawares, but there's a magic in the air here in a world of our own. Said you hope that we'd be friends a long, long time. Said that I did too, but that's so rare. I can't predict what the future holds, or if I'll see another morning's light. But if I die tonight, I'll die happy. Don't go thinking like you talk too much. I really didn't want to say goodbye, and there's no way I could have heard enough if we had talked and talked and talked throughout the night. Couldn't you feel the sparks standing there in the dark in a world of our own? Said you hope that we'd be friends a long, long, long time. I said that I did too, but that's so rare. I can't predict what the future holds, or if we'll see another morning's light. But if I die tonight, I'll die happy, yeah. Yeah, I'll die happy. Can't predict what the future holds, or if I see another morning's light. But if I die tonight, I'll die happy. Yeah, yeah, I'll die happy. Thank you. We got one more for you here. But before I do that, I want to again take time to thank the people that came out and covered my songs. When Rob recommended I do this event, I was like, I'm not going to be able to get anybody to come to that. So thank you to all you who took the time to learn and cover the songs. Thank you to all those of you who just came out tonight because you want to see me play. I'm excited about that. Let's hear it for Steve. And Steve. Greg on sound.
Hey, Greg.
And to the Pritchards and the staff of the Barrington Coffee House. Thanks for opening it up tonight. It's a good night. So I'm going to do a sing-along now, and I know all you're going to roll your eyes and like, oh, God, he's going to make us. He's going to read off this long paragraph of stuff.
And then while we're still trying to remember what the first line is, and he's already gone 3 lines past that, he's going to go to the other side of the room and say, okay, now you guys are going to say this. But no, it's not one of those sing-alongs. It actually wasn't supposed to be a sing-along, and the first time I played it here, it became one. So you might need a pen for this, but here's your words. Woo, who, who. That's it. And that's how it sounds. Who did that?
Me.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hear it sometimes. I'm going to do that, and then you're going to do that if you feel in the mood too. So there'll be like 3 of them cascaded. It'll go, woo-hoo-hoo, 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 woo-hoo-hoo. And maybe he'll help. The song's called Comfortable with Trouble. Day after day, I watch what I say and I get carried away, but you think that I'm headed for destruction. Night after night, I will shoot from a back and a cry from a light. It appears that I don't need no introduction. Seems I'm comfortable, yeah, comfortable, comfortable with trouble. I must be comfortable, yeah, I'm comfortable, comfortable with trouble, yeah, yeah, yeah. My tongue is restless, evil, full of deadly poison. There ain't no way to hold it back. It's like a fan in the flames while the house keeps burning down. Time after time from my lips, from my mind, I can try as I might, but I see while disregarding circumstances. Say what I think in indelible, it's too late if I think, and I know in life there are no second chances. Seems I'm comfortable, yeah, comfortable, comfortable with trouble. I must be comfortable, yeah, I'm comfortable, comfortable with trouble, yeah, yeah, yeah. My tongue is restless, evil, full of deadly poison. There ain't no way to hold it back. It's like a fan in the flames while the house keeps burning down. What I mean was I say what I mean. Sometimes I think that I should have stayed quiet. Well, I meant what I meant. I said what I said. There's no turning back once it's out there. No, 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 no. My tongue is restless, evil, full of deadly poison. There ain't no way to hold it back. It's like a fan in the flames while the house keeps burning down. Comfortable, yeah, comfortable, comfortable with trouble. I must be comfortable, yeah, I'm comfortable, comfortable with trouble. Yeah, 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 Thank you. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Okay, we'll do another one. If you insist. If I still have a voice left.
I mean,
Let's get her going.
have to assist, but we can ask. I mean,
We will try to give you a song that'll leave you happy going home. There's been enough anger and enough gloomy material tonight. I like them, but you know.
Yeah, but the blues been upbeat, man. It's great.
Rob Lincoln had a video being done of him, and he called me over here to be part of the video. And I had no idea what to expect, so he asked me some questions, and I answered the questions the best I could. And he's like, "You want to play part of a song?" I'm like, I can't play part of a song. I don't know how to do that. But this is the song that I played part of, so you got to hear part of it. A couple other people were here. Now you get to hear the whole thing. It's called Four-Leaf Clover.
Oh, yeah.
My door. I didn't think that I would see you before. I let you in. I made some tea. When I sat down, you sat down right next to me. I don't know what to make of this. Did hell freeze over? We're almost close enough to kiss. Must be that four-leaf clover. Sat in the park the other day, and I was feeling like my luck had drained away. And as I sat thinking of you, I saw a four-leaf clover right next to my shoe. I would have thought there'd be no way that you'd come over. Today must be my lucky day. Must be that four-leaf clover. I made a wish upon a star, left it to fate. For chances are it's just too late. I threw a penny in a well. I'm not done wood. For what the hell? Didn't do no good. I would have thought there'd be no way that you'd come over. Today must be my lucky day. Must be that four-leaf clover. So now you're here. So am I. Maybe it's just better not to wonder why. I would have thought there'd be no way that you'd come over. Today must be my lucky day. Must be that four-leaf clover. Must be that four-leaf clover. Must be that four-leaf clover. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
Steve?
Group picture.
Group picture.
Group hug.
Wow.
Jon and the Steves for the first time
Get the
ever.
mic out of there.
Yeah, let's get the mic out the way.
Close together like this.
Let's get video of Carol taking a picture of the guys. Okay, we got it.
Do one more just in case.
Okay.
Head up.
Head up. Thanks, Carol.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Sherling! Steve! And all these wonderful musicians. Thanks for coming out for the BCA. We appreciate you coming out. Shows every Friday and Saturday. We got open mic every Thursday. Come on out, gang. Have a good time. Thanks for coming out, everyone. Be safe going home.